But no, that's just what riles me up about kind of like how the world is, right? Because it's
Yeah.
just it doesn't matter what you do well, bad, whatever. It doesn't matter like oh, I couldn't say it again. I forgot everything I said.
Oh
Oh,
god,
yeah, man.
I'm too distracted by my hair. It's awful. It's like a fucking
I just
spider. Look at this, it's like a spider web. Look at
yeah,
that.
dude.
Ugh. I've been
I
watching.
will
I'm like
never understand
Shelob.
that pain. I
I'm
will
like
never understand that pain,
Shelob, the
and I'm so
monster,
upset.
the spider-looking monster from Lord of the Rings. Okay, so I recently rewatched all those Lord of the Rings movies because I was sick all week. Um, and dude, first of all, the extended editions are they're insane. They're insane. There's so much in there, and like the parts, and there's so many times where like it's kind of fun because you can tell when it's like an added scene, especially
Yeah.
if you've seen the movies like the theatrical releases as much as I have, you know when it's an added scene. But it was a whole thing of like, should they have cut that? Like what or like why did they cut that? Was it because like that made no sense? It didn't need to be
Yeah.
there, or it's like it's such a like a niche specific lore thing that only like the people who have read the Silmarillion and like all the fucking Tolkien's
Oh, okay.
letters and like all of the lore would understand that. And so it was fun of being like, why would that get cut? Because sometimes it was like, whoa, why would they cut that out of the movie?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, I get it. Like that had nothing to do with anything. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But man, it's because I was doing like Rings of Power, and then watching Lord of the Rings, and I haven't watched the Hobbits yet. Again, well, I've seen them, but I haven't seen them like again because I was like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of like watching YouTube videos on like, you know, how powerful really were the Nazgul? You know, or like
Yeah.
how like what exactly is Shelob? And here's a fun fact: not a spider.
Oh.
Not a spider, just looks like a spider, sorta.
Dude, real quick, what's
Sure.
like your favorite or maybe what's like out of all like the cut scenes of any movie you've seen, like what's like the one what's one scene that stuck out is just like I honestly don't know why they cut this out or like it would have made so much more sense if they kept it in.
You mean of all movies? Like if
Yeah,
like
of any movie cuz like I have one primed and ready that make the
yeah.
it doesn't make the movie better. Like it doesn't get you farther to the like the conclusion of the movie or the
Okay.
series,
Yeah.
but it was something that I like would have wanted in the movie. So it's a Harry Potter movie, which
Yeah,
I'm
but
not even a big fan of.
yeah.
Go
Let
ahead.
me yeah, before you go, are you saying a scene that was cut out of the movie? Like you saying
Hmm.
like what's my favorite deleted scene? Or like that should have been in the
Yeah,
movie? Or what exactly are you asking me? I gotta
I'm asking
sorry.
just like I guess what's the one scene that if you had to die on a hill to get it put into that movie, I guess what would that scene be?
Okay. Okay.
I guess it doesn't necessarily have to make the scene better or make more sense of the like the plot or whatever. It's just what scene would you have wanted to see in a movie that got cut?
Gotcha. Okay, you go first so I can think about
Okay.
it. Because I'm
So
curious on yours.
so my scene is from one of the later Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
And once again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Harry Potter movies. They were fun. I enjoyed them. The Harry Potter
Amazing.
game's dope,
Amazing.
but
They're so good. They're so
I
good. They shouldn't make a show.
yeah, I definitely agree with that,
Yeah.
but for the opposite reasons. Anyway,
Okay.
oh well, it's just like the movies did good enough. You don't need to make a
We
show. Anyway, doesn't
bookmark
matter.
it.
It doesn't
Bookmark
matter.
that. Bookmark that. We'll talk about that later.
Anyway, so but it's just a scene towards the end,
Hmm.
Harry's aunt and uncle and cousin are like leaving. They're moving. Big wars happening. Whatever. They know what's
Yes.
going on, and they're leaving. And what's his name? Dudley or something?
Dudley,
Yeah.
Piggy boy.
Dudley's like, "Is Harry not coming?" And they're like, "No, he's not coming. You're good to stay, right, Harry?" And Harry's like, "Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine to stay. Like, you guys just go on."
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
Dudley like just goes up to him and it's just like, "Hey, man, like, I just want to let you know, like, I am sorry for everything I've done to you." And like, he just has like a great character moment there,
Yeah.
and and it ties so much together, and it like makes me feel better about Harry's situation, or at least it makes me feel better about Dudley, right? Because like, there's a
Right.
part of
He
the
has like
movie in
a
one.
sort of redemption for him,
Yeah.
sort of.
And
Yeah.
it's just like I've always thought Dudley is just this asshole character, and like he's just this asshole character that does nothing to the story really. But like after seeing that cut scene, I was just
Yeah.
that was something that you could have easily just put in there, and then just like no one would have batted an eye. Like everyone would love that, I think. And like you
Yeah.
included the scene where Hermione like puts a spell on her parents so they don't remember her, and then they just start smiling. Like you
Yeah.
put
That
that
part was
scene in
weird.
there,
That part's
but
pretty.
you wouldn't do the Dudley one? Come
Imagine,
on,
imagine
man.
being there as Hermione when you like. I hope my parents would forget me. And as soon as the memory of you fades from their minds, they just like we're so happy. I just feel so happy.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like, oh
crazy,
shit.
dude.
Oh, I wish I wouldn't be. I wish I should have left the room after I
Yeah.
cast the spell. I should have walked out.
I should have
I
set
should
like
have.
a 3 minute timer on this.
I didn't really want to watch myself fade from all my family photos, but they still did those events just without me there, which was
Yeah,
upsetting. So the thing with Dudley, that actually happens in the book. That he has
I
a
figured it
redemption.
did.
He has a redemption in
Yeah,
the book because Harry saves him from those Dementors,
yeah,
and that really like switches Dudley's whole perspective a little bit. It still takes years for them to like get together and like make amends, but they end up making amends, which is a really and it's nice. It really does because Dudley is such a shitty character the whole time, and you kind of realize, and he kind of realizes at the end that he was being manipulated by his parents as much as Harry was, but he was getting all the praise. They were
yeah,
shoving praise down his throat, and he really wasn't that remarkable of a person. So it was one of those things where, like a spoiled child, like they get to the real world, and it's like, oh shit, you're right.
yeah,
I don't get 38 presents just because it's my 38th birthday.
yeah,
People don't do that. So, yeah, it's I like, yeah, that's a really good scene. Um,
yeah.
that they
And I
should have,
figured it was in the books, but that was another reason I
yeah,
started thinking about it. It's just like, okay, if it was in the books though, why not once again, why not just have that scene in there? It
yeah.
added a minute and a half to the movie. Like,
Um,
I don't know.
I like that because it is. I do like that scene. I think feel like I've seen it probably like on a clip or a deleted scene somewhere, but just because yeah, it does like redeem Dudley, but it's like, do you want to redeem Dudley after all this time? Which is like, yeah, you
Yeah.
do. But like, for a movie, does it really add to anything
No.
if Dudley redeems himself? Because it happens in the book. It happens afterwards. In the
Mm.
movie, I think they were trying to like put it in like right, like somewhere in the movies.
Yeah, it was probably the seventh or eighth movie. It had to be the seventh
And
movie, I'm sure.
he doesn't even does he even see Dudley after
No.
like the seventh
No.
movie? So like, yeah, there's really no point.
No, there's not. There's not.
Yeah, I
But
don't know. It's one of those things where, yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, it's probably one of those things where it's like we have to either cut out the scene where like Harry pretends to be dead in front of Voldemort and like pulls a fast one on him, or the Dudley redemption scene, and it's like we're gonna cut the Dudley redemption scene. Great scene.
yeah,
We love the scene. It was probably a time thing. That's usually what it
for
comes down to.
sure.
It's like a time. Oh, it's got to be an hour 45. We're at 1:45:30. They got to
Yeah.
be right on the dots. Cut this 30-second scene. I don't know. Probably something like that.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a scene, I'm just gonna go Lord of the Rings, just because I've just watched the extended editions with all those deleted scenes added in, and some of them didn't need to be in the movie. Um, I liked, so in the first one, Fellowship, when Isildur takes the ring, everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Destroy it!" and he's like,
Yeah.
"No." So seeing him get corrupted by the ring, added in is really cool because it really they're just like, but Isildur was betrayed by the ring, and then it just shows him like he gets like tackled off his horse, and then he's just like floating in the river, with like arrows in him. So they added to that scene where he gets tackled off the horse, and all these orcs are like all fighting all the whole company, and then he puts the ring on and goes invisible, and then he
Oh,
jumps
okay.
in the river, and then so that kind of shows you. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of just shows. That's not a very good example because I mean it just adds on. It just shows you like more context of that scene.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I think there's a scene. Oh man, there's so many because it's the extended editions. They're like fucking 5 hours long. There's a scene. I think there's a scene with like Sam when he's like holding the ring, and you can hear more whispering. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. There's just more lore stuff I could add. I don't know. That's a very hard question actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I would love
Um,
if that scene happened and Sam was just like looking around, it's like, where are these sounds coming from?
yeah, dude.
Oh well, and just puts like the ring in his pocket or something. Because
Yeah.
Sam seems like the guy that just like he should have been the ring bearer. Because like I don't
Carry
think
the
he could.
load. He was a ring bearer for a short time.
Yeah, I know, but like
I
I feel
I may
like
not be
he
able
would
to
have
carry
done
the
better.
ring, but I can carry you, Frodo. And he
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Honestly,
dude, I'm getting chills just thinking about those movies again, and I just rewatched them. I love those movies so much. And it might just be like, I don't know if it's a guy thing specifically, but man, it's they do such a good job of borderline Frodo and Sam being gay. They borderline that between being like brothers, like because
yeah,
they're so in love. I think what it is that makes you think like they might have like a thing, is when they go like, "My Sam."
yeah.
They say stuff like that because it's like that's just not how people talk now. Which is
No,
like back then maybe because you're like best friends and you don't have computers or something. But like it's just I don't know the way they look at each other. I don't know maybe it's because they're so comfortable with their masculinity that they're like bawling in front of each other, just like I can't go anywhere without you, Mr. Frodo. And he's like, "Oh my Sam." And they don't
yeah,
kiss though.
no.
Man,
They don't need to.
you can't swim. Like I know you're going, Mr. Frodo, and I'm going with you. Oh man, you know what? I really started to get hyped up when when Gollum brought them to Shelob's caves, because that part is so scary. When Frodo's because you can see in the cave because it's a movie, but
Right.
I never really like tried to think of like Frodo's perspective because he's like I can't see anything, and so
Yeah.
like, there's a part where he runs into a bunch of webs and he touches it and he goes, oh oh oh, what is that? It's sticky. And you're like, oh, it's kind of funny looking because you're like, obviously it's webs. You don't never seen webs before, Frodo. But like in his perspective, like it's blackness. It's complete blackness. And so imagine how fucking scary that would be. And then he's
Yeah, that would
running from.
suck.
He gets out that the light of Yandril, or I think that's what it's called, from Galadriel, and it has the light, the file of light, and he sees the Shelob behind him. Fucking scary. And then he drops that thing so fast at one point, and I was like, did you just drop the one thing keeping the spider away from you? And then he runs into the giant spider web, and he's like hanging in the webs. Oh, and then Gollum starts doing his weird song, and oh my god, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I might cough a few times. I'm still getting over my sickness. Hey everyone, what's up? Mellowbrook Road. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What
Path 119. I kind of wanted to start the episode with a song, but we got distracted with movie talk. But I was gonna do something like I forgot my. I was gonna get the ukulele. It's all the way in the other room. I can't grab it. But I was gonna be like something like, "It's a sick house, diarrhea, puke and cough. You know what it's all about, 'cause it's a sick house." Man, I've been feeling like absolute garbage all week. I don't think I've been sick for more than 3 days in a row in
ever?
years.
Oh,
Years. It's been years, I think. I mean, you get like the occasional, you get sick. Well, I have a lot of sinus issues, so I get like a lot of like head colds, kind of. Like I get like headaches because of my sinuses. They get stuffed up and stuff. But I haven't been like truly sick like this, where I'm like fatigued for
yeah.
more than like 3 days. And I don't think it's COVID. Just say that right now. I took 2 at-home tests because I took it like one day and then I took it the next day. And they did say they expired in like 2021. So don't know why I still have those. I don't know how they expire, but both were negative.
Well,
So
they probably don't test for the current strand.
I don't know, but it doesn't feel like COVID. But then again, yeah, I don't know. I had the 2 shots, so I was very cocky about being like, well, whatever. I think I had the booster too, so I'm Kobe, dude. At least that
Yeah,
was years ago, so I
he
don't know.
died.
From COVID. COVID was driving the helicopter.
Oh, just
Yeah,
like
it's
tooth
awful.
decay.
But dude, so it was mostly like just runny nose, which is how it always happens around this time of year with the weather changing. So at first I was like, not a big deal, and then the other day I woke up like 5 a.m. No reason at all. Like, well, I had a headache, not a splitting
Ah,
headache. Yeah,
yeah.
there was a reason. Not a splitting headache, but like enough to where I couldn't fall asleep. Like
Yeah, that
annoying. Where
sucks.
you're just trying to lay in, you're just like I can't get comfortable, and everything just and I don't know. I think I just like had a feeling in my whole body. Like you get like kind of a hot flash for like a second, and you're like,
Yeah,
I think this headache might make me throw up, right? And I was kind of excited because I was like, okay, that's good because that
yeah,
puking is good. I like when I'm puking, I'm like, okay, that means things are coming out of me. That's good. I can work with that. And I just and it was I didn't feel nauseous yet, but I felt like it could develop to that the headache. So and when it's moments like that, I hate waiting for puking because I don't like putting my head in the toilet. It's gross. So what I do when it's like moments like waiting for puke is I just sit in the bathtub and just sit, just because you never
yeah,
know when it's gonna come, and if it does, just
yeah,
fall forward, boom, you're good to go. Shower
yeah,
off. I'm in all my clothes on. I don't even care.
yeah.
So I had my hair down like this, and I was telling Trace it was really funny because I felt like I had like a 30-second window where I was like, I'm gonna puke. I started getting the mouth sweats, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, here it comes, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, where's my hair tie? Where's my hair tie? And I like jumped out of the bathtub and I opened up my medicine cabinet and just pulled a hair tie out like out of a package and just like tied my hair up real fast and then just boom, immediately started puking. And
Oh yeah, dude.
oh man, as soon as I puked, it was just like sweat just like all over my whole body. Did like 4 or 5 strong pulls, and I just kind of like just looked up. I was like, I feel 1,000 times better. Headache's gone. Cold water in the mouth. I was like, I got out of that bathroom. I was like, I'm ready for the day, and
Yeah,
I'm still sick. And that was
yeah,
like 3 days ago. Now it's just mucus. It's just mucus. I'm just still trying to get it all out.
yeah,
So
man. No,
uh,
that's like my only indicator for like when I'm about to throw up is like you start
yeah.
getting like the
Whew.
the cold hot sweats,
Oh
and then
yeah.
like your mouth starts salivating. You're just like,
That's the
oh
worst.
no,
I
yeah,
hate mouth sweats, dude. It's
yeah,
not
I
even.
know,
I don't even think it's salivating. I think it's something different. It just feels because it's it immediately. You're like, oh god, oh
yeah,
no, oh
yeah,
no, something bad's about
yeah,
to happen.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've been sick all week because I haven't talked to anyone for a fucking entire week because I just went on a long fucking rant just then. And I apologize for that. Hi, I'm Van. I'm the host of the show. Beside me is my best friend Mason. He's the other host of the show.
Hi.
Trace has a baby. We all know
What?
this. He has a
Oh
baby. Yeah. You didn't know that? It's a baby.
no.
It's true.
Oh
The boy. Oh, we
oh,
just found out. Yeah, he just got it
good,
gendered. Once
nice.
it gets to like 6 months, you have to take it in to get it gendered now. Because
Ah,
you're not allowed to gender it before.
yeah. Well,
They
they
take
have
it into it.
options.
They take it into account. They have to ask the baby. They do like an
Yeah.
avatar thing where it's like they put a bunch of different toys in front of the
Oh
baby,
yeah.
and then oh, he grabbed the
Is it just an action figure or like a Barbie doll?
yeah, well, he grabbed the Barbie, and you're like, oh no, that means it's a girl. And then, but then he
But he got
starts
the Commando Barbie, so
and he started taking the clothes off. And then so you're like, I don't know,
uh,
this is different. And then he got the GI Joe. He started putting the Barbie clothes on the GI Joe. So then you're like, okay,
oh my god.
this
They're like,
baby is
okay, we need
very
to wait till we can talk
this
because
baby's
we are.
confused. Yeah, this baby's confused. We need to take a little bit more time. Or
Oh
it's like
man.
we're confused. Anyway, are we gonna get in trouble for that? Let's move on. So I've been sick. It's been great. I've been popping Hall's cough drop things all week. Or not all week. Last couple days. I'm so just not. My brain isn't working right now. Um, but I've been doing. I'm just trying to cough as much as I can, even though I'm taking those Halls, because I'm just trying to get all the mucus. It's just all caught up in there, and I feel like what would help is if I wasn't smoking weed, but it's also healing me. It's healing my body, my mind, and my stomach that was
Yeah, it's
hurting,
definitely not
but it's
helping the
definitely it's
sinuses
not
though.
helping the sinuses or the throat issue.
Yeah.
Which
I
at
mean,
this
maybe
point,
if you did gummies, that it would change
yeah,
things up.
exactly. Edibles don't work on me though.
Yeah.
They just don't. I have to take an insane amount of edibles before they start working. And like I took 30 milligrams the other day on a hike in Hannibal. Felt a little bit, I was like, colors are a little
Yeah.
brighter, but like it wasn't. Person I was with, they needed a fucking leash, right? They were a puppy in the woods. Like couldn't keep track of them. They were just their brain was going. I was just like enjoying my time listening to music. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's
Yeah, it
like.
almost seems like your brain's on a different wavelength than the normal person.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh.
Huh. Huh.
Isn't that an insult in Japan when they do that?
Oh
They do
yeah,
that.
they do it in anime a lot. Like, nah.
I don't know what that.
That yeah, that's
What
my
is that?
favorite thing. And like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's some kind of insult. Maybe it's surely not like a middle finger. I don't know why I did that on. Like,
It might be.
obviously,
No, isn't the middle finger when they do the thumbs up? Isn't that middle finger? No, 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 no. It's this. No, that's in Europe. In Europe, they go, yeah, fuck you, dude. So
well,
when you go to Britain, Mason, when you go on your trip to London town, and you want to do peace town, you go like this, peace. If you do this, you're gonna get beat up.
oh, 10
But if
4.
you're in
Okay,
Japan, this
you
means
got to do,
victory. Victory.
and you probably not as a white person. You want to do that from America.
No, no.
No,
But
no.
I do want to go to like London or something and get like, I don't know, like a car like cut me off or something, or someone like bump into me, just so I can go like, hey man, you dude,
Yeah.
oi, oi, right
There,
there.
I think there are some certain friend groups in New York that do like, and then like bang their elbows together as a fu.
What?
That's
They
from Friends.
You're fucking with me. That's some
No,
friends.
I think so. I think that's. I think that's.
It's
They
been
did
a.
something. They did. Oh, they did this.
Oh, I've seen that. Okay, that I've
Yeah,
seen. That I've
yeah.
seen.
That was
Uh,
Ross and Monica's like ways to flip each other off in their house in front of their parents
oh
without them
right.
knowing.
It's been a while since I've seen that show. Is it
Yeah,
worth a
it's not that
rewatch?
good. No,
It's
no.
been a
I'd
long
like.
time.
It's
So
got episodes. It's got good episodes to it, but like, it's just. It was fun when it came out, but like, I don't
sure.
know. Like, not
The
every episode's good.
only time I watched it really is it was a long time ago. I might have been in middle school or like early high school, and they were doing like a Friends marathon or something, or maybe it was on like a streaming site. I don't remember, but like I feel like my mom, my sister Devin, and I just like sat on the couches in the living room and just like watched like a Friends marathon for like 3 days straight. Literally, like
Yeah,
you watch it and then you go to bed and you watch it. You know, it was on like it was either on all day or we were just like binging it or something.
yeah,
But that's all I remember. That's the only time I really remember watching the show. Um, and it was I remember laughing, but also
yeah,
my sister and my mom were also laughing, so I could have been laughing with them.
yeah.
So I don't know, but it's
No,
either you hate it or you like it, or you know you hate it or you love it. I'll say this: when I went to the Warner Brothers lot in Los Angeles, did the whole like tour thing, they they're obsessed with Friends and The Big Bang Theory, and they have like a coffee perk there where you can like go and get coffee and like snacks, and that was cool, expensive. You can get like shirts and mugs and all kinds of just gimmicky shit.
like
Fun,
How I Met Your Mother, honestly. It's another sitcom based in New York, and
yeah.
it's just centered around like a common restaurant or something.
It was very popular for its time. Like
Yeah, like
when it was running, like when it was coming out weekly, super popular. But it didn't
oh
have like
yeah.
that. I guess it was like I don't know because people still binge watch those shows like on
But I think it's a
streaming.
nostalgia factor. It's not necessarily because it's the best show ever thing. It's the same thing as The Office. Like the people
Yeah,
that are obsessed with The Office will say it's the greatest show ever. It's not the greatest show ever, but it's got
yeah.
good episodes. It's
I didn't. Yeah,
rewatchable.
I didn't get into The Office until honestly like after college. Everyone in college was obsessed with it, and
I
that's kind of
know.
what made me go like, can we not?
Yeah,
Because
try
it was
living in a house where everyone's obsessed with
yeah,
it.
because anytime it was like, oh, let's just put something on the TV, always The Office, which is fine for
Yeah.
background noise. It's fine because like you're talking to people, you look at the TV for a second, and you go, Kevin just dropped a fucking chili. What a fucking idiot, dude! And then you just look back, you go back to your conversation. Uh,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I've binged it before, but I don't know. What were we just saying? But yeah, Friends. You know, you like it, you hate it. Let us know. I
Yeah.
guess. Let us know if you like it. Do you like Friends? Put us in the comments.
Yeah.
'Cause I
I
don't
mean,
really
I
care.
love any interaction between Chandler and Joey. Those are my favorite
Oh
moments
yeah, of
in
course.
Friends. And then like The Office, same thing, but with Creed.
Yeah.
Anytime Creed talks, that's my favorite episode.
So here's my beef with Futurama, and it's not even with Futurama actually. It's actually with Hulu itself,
Mm,
because and also Netflix, and also
yeah.
HBO, and also
Yeah.
all these different streaming sites that I don't even know why I call them streaming sites. They're not webs. Do people use them on their websites or no? Probably not.
Probably not.
Uh,
Streaming services.
yeah, streaming services. Thank you. When they buy these new shows, because they make their own shows, right? Like
Yeah.
Stranger Things, Netflix
Yeah.
original, right?
Yeah.
What's a Hulu original?
Only Murders in the Building, I think, is
Perfect.
a
Yeah, yeah,
Hulu
yeah. Oh,
original.
that's a Hulu original. Futurama. It's not a Hulu original, and it honestly makes me mad that every episode starts with Hulu original. Now
Yeah.
it actually like it really enrages me. Not that I want it to say a Fox original.
Right.
Obviously, it's just like it. It just doesn't. It's not true. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not a who.
Maybe
You
say a
didn't.
Hulu continuation or
Or just
something.
leave it. Just it didn't. Just take that off.
Yeah.
It did. It never had that. It didn't have that when it was on Netflix. It didn't say a Netflix original. It
No.
just started off with the laser.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 you know, but like it really makes it harder for me to watch for some reason. I've noticed because
Because I
I
think it's
see it.
just like,
I the first 5 minutes of the episode are me thinking about how bullshit Hulu is. They're trying
yeah.
to fool me. I've been following this show since its fucking beginning, bro. You can't
Yeah.
pretend like it's your show.
Yeah. I mean, it could also, I mean, it probably pisses you off because it's just like a representation of corporate greed
It
to a certain
is.
extent.
Yeah,
Because
it
it's just
is.
like, first off, this does nothing to the show. This is literally just, you are now advertising that you guys own this show. Guess what? I'm on Hulu watching this show. I fucking know you own the show.
I guess
But
that's what it is. It's just like because they bought it, they bought the rights for it, so they do
yeah.
own it. But it's like it's you
It's
didn't
not an
create
original by
it.
any means. I think they did the same thing with Letterkenny.
Yeah,
I
they
think as
did.
soon as
Yes,
they
that's another
bought
one. Another
Hulu,
example. Yes, another
they did
example.
Hulu
And
original on it.
I think Netflix actually did that with Trailer Park Boys,
Yeah, I think they did too, and I think they did
which
it with another show too. Now
but
that I think about it.
I'm sure that like obviously Hulu has people that help with like when they buy the rights, they're like, okay, we're gonna give you like these executives or whoever are gonna help you talk with the writers, talk with the showrunner, blah blah blah, help out, make it. I don't know, but it's just with a show that's been going on as long as Futurama, Hulu's only had it for 2 years, so it's like those 2 seasons, I guess, if you want to put Hulu original. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. Like with Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys, those were like independent Canadian shows, and then they were bought by Netflix. So that I can kind of see could be a Netflix original, right? Because they're kind of like taking the show and like making it like they're adding money and they're adding writers and they're like making it bigger.
Are they not doing that with Futurama though?
I don't know. Are the new seasons better? Are they
No.
any better than the last 10 seasons?
No, they didn't need to make new seasons of Futurama.
They didn't.
We always wanted more episodes of Futurama, but we don't need them. We
That
need to
ex-
come together as a society and understand that overindulging is not good. Let's just give us what we need.
we're all
And
becoming
trust me, we're
yeah,
going to get pissed off at you because you're not giving us what more that we want, but we'll be happy with you when we get all that we need. Trust
that's
me,
the
that's
thing.
all people ask for. Look at The Office. People still love The Office, but a lot of people fell off The Office because the ending sucked, because they just tried to stretch it too long. If you would
Yeah.
have just ended it like when Michael left, it would have been probably an overall better package deal, you know?
Well, the thing is, it's yeah, because you never make anyone happy. Not everyone's gonna be happy with a reboot.
No.
Never is gonna be because people are like, I want like we were the ones when this show fucking first started. This show that we're on right now. We were like, oh, I wish Futurama would come back. It sucked. It ended, but we would go. It ended so perfectly.
Yeah.
It doesn't need it. That's why I
Yeah.
really like limited series. I like those. I like looking for those to watch for things because it's like, no, we're only making 8 episodes. This is the story. We don't need to push it. We all saw what happened with How I Met Your Mother. Bring it back to
Yeah.
them. They went way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. And that ending was tragedy, man. It
Yeah.
was a train wreck. I mean, I've never seen a show drop off the face of the earth culturally as quickly as that show did, except for maybe Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was about to
Because
say Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones had the entire world wrapped around its fucking dong, dude.
Yeah.
And then that last episode came out. Actually, it was probably before that. It was probably before season 8 when they were like everyone realized, oh wait, they're taking 2 more episodes off the episode list. Every season's been like 10 episodes or whatever, and then they were like, nope, season 7, 8 episodes. Oh, season 8, fucking 3 episodes,
6.
and then like 3 shitty whatever those are.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna take 12 episodes and combine it into 6 episodes, which just didn't work. And then the showrunners were like, "Fuck off, everybody! Fuck you guys for not liking it." It was like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
dude! Fuck you!
Yeah.
No,
Make
fuck
a
you,
better
dude!
product.
You had all the money, and you trying to move to the next project already? So crazy. Why would I
It's
don't? It's so crazy. What? Oh,
I still cannot fathom how you build up the White Walkers as being the main enemy of everyone in this goddamn show, and then you just end it in the first episode of the last season. Like that was it. You built up all this shit just for one episode. It was a cool episode, don't get me wrong, but what? Come
yeah.
on.
I
You
like the
could have made a
pilot
whole
so
season
much.
off of that alone.
I've rewatched the pilot more than I've like rewatched the entire show because I love the pilot so much
Dude, the
of
first
Game of
like four
Thrones.
seasons are great.
Unbelievable. The most recent episode is Futurama I saw. I don't know if it was the finale or not of 12, but they go back and they talk about season 10's ending because like Fry goes to propose on the top of the vampire state building, and it's literally the exact same all the way to the beginning with that waiter. It's like line for line with that episode 10, and so you're kind of like, what's going on here? And then right as you think that, Fry goes, wait a second, I feel like I've been here before. Because they do like a whole like multiple dimensional fucking
Hmm.
reality thing, which is I'm so sick of that already. I'm so
Yeah.
done with multiple realities, and it's yeah, we talked about it last week with the Flash and all that.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into it. I've been doing a lot of. Cause I've been sick, not doing anything. I'm trying to like keep myself busy, so I'm trying to like keep my brain active and learning things. I promise I'm getting better at ukulele. The tips of my fingers, they hurt still. I did it for like 3 hours yesterday. Just basically just learning how to strum.
Yeah.
It was like down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Wait, shit. I already fucked it up. See? But anyway. So I was in ukulele, and have you seen the clip of Jack Black doing I guess they're just you would call them just tongue twisters. But it's kind of like those things that actors do where it's like they
Yeah.
where they enunciate words like
Yeah.
poem. Have you seen the clip of Jack Black doing that on Bad
Mm-mm.
Friends?
No.
Let me humor me for a bit. So I found a bunch of tongue twisters. Um and I'm going to go to the hard ones. Well, so like this has 105 on this list.
Oh
Like
man.
varying levels of them. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen,
I
right?
saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
How many yaks could a yak pack if a yak pack could pack yaks?
How much? How many yaks can a yak pack if a packed yak could pack yaks?
Let me see if this will. You know what? Um, how many cans can a canner can if a canner can cans? A canner can as many cans as a canner can If a canner cans. It's easier when you can read it.
Yeah, for sure.
Green glass globes glow. Oh shit, I messed that one up. Green glass globes glow greenly. If you say it like Jack Black, I think it really helps.
Yeah, I think if you just, I think he just like over
Fuzzy Wuzzy
enunciates.
was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? Frivolously fanciful Fanny fried fresh fish furiously. That's a good one.
Oh,
Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. Okay, these are the apparently the easy ones. Let me go to the hard ones. I'm just gonna send this to you. This list right
yeah.
here. I'm gonna send these. I'm gonna send these few to you, and then we'll work on it.
Okay.
This is on Berlitz.com. If anyone wants to sit and join us, we're scrolled down the list a little bit.
Fresh
Brisk,
French fried fly fritters.
fresh,
He,
fresh
he
French.
fresh French fried fly fritters.
Brisk, brave brigadiers brandished broad, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Badly.
Yeah, badly.
My tongue almost hurts.
How much ground would a groundhog hog if a groundhog could hog ground?
Ooh. I slit the sheet I
Ooh.
slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
All right.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Can you see the bottom one where it says if you must
Yeah.
cross? Okay. If you must cross a coarse cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully.
Yeah,
That
that's a
one
lot of
I didn't
C's.
I didn't like that one as much.
If you must cross a coarse cross cow across a crowded cow crossing, cross the cross course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. I think my thing with tongue twisters that I hate the most is just like they're just so redundant for no reason other than for them being hard to say. Because like with this one, it's just like if you have to cross an unmanageable cow, make sure you dare do it carefully. It's just
But
like, well,
yeah, that's
you
the
know,
point. It's a tongue
yeah,
twister. It's
I
made to
know,
be.
but
Yeah.
I know it's just so crazy.
I just sent you the three hardest. But I'm gonna
Okay,
keep going down this list a little bit because some of these are okay. Here, listen to this one. Luke's Luke's duck likes lakes. Luke Luck
okay.
licks lakes. Luke's
Ooh,
duck licks lakes. Duck takes licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. That one I don't even think made sense.
no, for sure, did not. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly in a rural brewery. Oh, that was
Ew.
hard.
They were molested in a
Rory,
brewery.
it sounds like it. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly in a rural brewery.
Yeah, because I
Brewery.
guess that one. Yeah, Rory the warrior and Roger the warrior. Yeah, I guess. Do you pronounce those two words differently? Warrior
Warrior and
and a
worrier.
worrier. So
Yeah.
Rory the
The
worry. So
warrior.
that one has the hard, that kind of the
Yeah.
O sound. Rory the warrior and Roger the worrier were reared wrongly in a rural brewery.
Yeah.
I couldn't pronounce my R's growing up. So
I
that
still
one.
can.
That's PTSD right there. I don't like
Yeah.
that. Pad kid poured curd pulled cod.
Pad kid poured curd pulled cod.
Huh. Some of these don't seem terribly hard.
Yeah. Like they're
Elaine
not
went
as
to
hard as
Wales to watch
the
walruses.
seashell one. That one's the hardest one in my opinion.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
Yeah, I can't do that. She sells
You,
seashells by the seashore.
you know that's a really long one.
Which
Uh,
one?
that one. She
Oh.
sells seashells. Let me see if I can find it. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells sells are seashells, I'm sure. For if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells, which is
Yeah.
based on a true story. It's true.
Nice.
Mary Anning, a paleontologist who lived in Dorset and collected uh, and sold shells from fossils, or she's now my tongue's twisted. She sold shells and fossils that she found on the beach from like the 1800s, like early 1800s. But yeah, tongue twisters are fun, But man, I never really noticed until just now that my tongue does feel like it's been through a kind of a workout. Like,
Yeah,
because it's a muscle. You forget your muscle. Your I can't talk today. You forget that your tongue is a muscle.
true. That's why some people eat cow tongue because all you eat's muscle.
Oh yeah, you're right. Meat is just muscle. Wait, is that true,
Yeah, I think so.
Mason? Uh, you love haunted houses, I
No,
think, right? No,
no,
you don't
I
like haunted
hate
houses at
haunted
all.
houses.
Why
No,
do you hate haunted houses?
I'm not a fan of it.
Of what? Being haunted or houses?
Uh, wait, are we talking about real haunted houses
Wait,
or
do you
like
like?
attractions?
I was gonna say. Let me rephrase because I also thought that. Or do you like uh residences that are haunted by spirits, or do you like spooky attractions where actors get paid to scare people?
If I'm sleeping in the house that night, oh, I don't know. Actually, never mind.
Because
I
you
think
went to
I'd rather it be haunted, real haunting.
because you went to the Stanley Hotel, but
Yeah,
you didn't want a haunted room.
I didn't want a haunted room now.
And I'm sitting here thinking, you're going to the Stanley Hotel to do ghost tours. Get a haunted room.
Yeah, but I want to sleep.
I guess if you're but if you're going to the Stanley Hotel, you gotta just buck up, Mister. You're not sleeping, even though you did sleep. You slept great,
I
apparently.
slept like a baby. That was the best night's sleep I had while I was on on vacation
Unbelievable,
in Colorado.
unbelievable. Well, you got to go back and you got to do it for real.
Yeah, but
You got to do it for real.
yeah, it's just I like haunted stuff. I like the thought of it,
Yeah,
but I don't want if I'm like trying to sleep for the night, I don't want to be in a haunted room. Like I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night to hearing some creepy shit because that's my biggest fear is just waking up to some bullshit going on. I don't want that. So
right.
like
Sure.
if I was staying up the entire night, knowing I was staying up the entire night and just looking for ghosts and stuff, I could easily do that. I'd much rather do that.
Yeah,
But I am not going to sleep in that goddamn house. So
I guess
that's
I
my
get that. So, what about
yeah.
haunted houses attractions? Do you like
I
haunted
don't.
houses
Yeah,
attractions?
my the attractions I don't like as much because I'm just jumpy and I'm scared easily. So like, I just am not the biggest fan of them just because like that's their whole goal is to scare you. And
Yeah,
like
but
I
it's kind of
like
like an
being
adrenaline
scared. Some
rush.
yeah,
It's
but
like
I'm
going on a
not.
roller coaster.
Yeah, but I'm not an adrenaline junkie.
Hmm. I think I kind of am a
So
little
like,
bit.
yeah, no, I think everyone is. I think the people that do
Look at
that
that what
crap,
that stuff is. I love haunted
yeah.
houses. God, my dream is to own a haunted house. I've been working on my dream haunted house probably since like sophomore year of high school.
Mm,
But I was also kind of a weird kid. I
yeah.
was like a gothy kid. I was like a goth kid without being like full goth. Does
I'm
that make sense?
told. Yeah, you're like I'm
I didn't
just
like
like
dress all black and stuff, but I was
yeah.
definitely like angsty and depressed, and like I liked magic and occult and like magic with a K, obviously. Some fucking cool and tarot cards and stuff, but not like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a. I didn't like hang out at graveyards. I would have. There was just none near me. 'Cause I do
Yeah.
like going. I do like graveyards. They're kind of creepy. But I've always liked horror movies, and I've always liked. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know. Maybe it's not a goth thing. I've always been a fan of like horror and like
Yeah.
scary stuff.
Excuse me. I'm a fan of like horror games, horror movies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh my god,
Like,
I love scary games. God,
yeah,
I love
like
them.
that
Outlast.
that that stuff is fun to me to a certain extent. Like I won't be able to play them for very long, but like I get that. But like the thing with haunted like houses, like the attractions of them is just like I don't know, man. It's just like every corner I'm going around, I know I'm going to get scared at least once, and it's just
Yeah.
like I don't want to. But like when you
Like
get scared, it's just like, oh man, that was okay. That was a little bit better than what I was expecting. But
yeah.
I cannot, I will not, I haven't, nor will I ever go to a haunted house where they can touch you. I'm not doing
Oh
that
my
shit.
god.
Not doing that
Let me
shit.
say my piece then because I love haunted houses. I've been going to them since I was very young. And you know, obviously the younger ones, they're all shitty, like they're teachers at school and whatnot, which are still fun. But I actually really like it's. You have to go in knowing it's fake, right? That's what
Yeah.
it is. you get scared because it's like, is this really happening right now? And it's not, obviously.
No.
You might get the occasional actual crazy person in the haunted house. You can never
Yeah.
be too sure. As a customer, you never really know, which because that does make it more scary. But like, I like going in and being like, they're all trying to scare me. What if I try to scare them? So
Yeah.
I'm the asshole that would like try to like go around a corner like in the shadow and like
Yeah.
get them so they would scare the person behind me without
Yeah.
seeing me, and then I would go whoa, and then I would scare them, and then they'd get mad at me. Uh, but also like I don't know. I used to be the guy that was like I want to be in the back middle, not the very back because that person gets taken. And then the person in the middle, safest, right? Person in the front,
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Now though, I want to be front and center. I'm leading us. I'll just keep walking. I'm not gonna. If you fall on the ground, pissing your pants, see ya. I'm gonna keep enjoying myself. I'm going. I love it. Uh, and for me though nowadays, if I do research on the haunted house before I go, if they don't touch you, it's not fucking worth it. That's no fun. Because when they can't touch you, they have to be in your face, right?
Yeah.
They're either gonna sneak up behind you and make something loud. It's either gonna be like a loud noise, a flash, air. That's all they can, like a puff of air. That's all they can do. That's no fun. I want to be going around a corner and you go, oh, there's no one in here. Good. And then you just feel, oh, oh! Like that's what I want. Because
No.
then when they can touch you, they can really hide from you, and that shit. Because then that's when I get because I need the surprise because I'm looking for them.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I look like fucking Goldie Hawn but with brown hair right now? Hang on. Uh, Uh, so yeah, I like when they can touch you. Obviously, I've never done an extreme haunted house where they can like torture you. I don't that's too far. Like the McCamey Manor, that's too far. I won't do that. I like watching their videos. They make me very physically ill. But I don't.
As long as you like doing that.
Yeah, see, if it's for those people, like it's fine. But like that's too much for me. I just like when it's. I like when they can like grab your ankle or something, or like maybe not like I don't want them to like pull my shirt and like rip it or something. But like I also like when they can touch you and I'm with other people because it almost puts me in a state of like protector where I'm like I'm gonna lead the pack, get behind me. Like if you're scared, get behind me, and I'll face the guy and we can shimmy. I'll stare him down. I'm not scared of this because I know that's a fucking dude in a costume. Same thing with like when you're waiting in line and the people like there's monsters scaring people outside in line. I always tell everyone in my group, I'm like, don't look scared until we get in there because if they when they see you in line scared, they go right for you, and
Yeah.
I'm standing with you in line, and I'm scared. I am scared the whole time. I'm scared, but like I know it's fake, which helps me get through it, or at least keeps my feet moving forward. Because I'll still scream like a little girl because I think it's fun. I don't know. I think it's fun, and but like when I'm in line, I'm like straight face as much as I can, staring ahead. Like, don't bring those fucking people near me in line. I'm not in there yet.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I'm not in there yet. Back off. But I've always wanted to make a haunted house like. But what's your favorite? Okay, you don't like haunted houses, fine. What do you think is like the best element? Like, what's the scariest thing, and what's the least scariest thing, right, for a haunted house? Do you think?
Um. So the least scariest thing is anytime they try to do more gory stuff versus like
Mm,
darkness and like just like creepiness. Like when you go into like the insane asylum part of like like a haunted house or whatever, that's
yeah.
not scary at all. And like I can handle that just fine. It's just people being loud and like some guy with a non-working chainsaw but still like runs. Just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. No
"Rah!"
chain or anything on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like okay. No, the scary stuff is when you're walking down like it's a house, right? It's an old looking house
Yeah.
and it's just got all these corners and twists and turns and like it's just very like it's lit, but it's very poor lighting. It's old lighting. It's
Yeah.
the
Flickery.
atmosphere is
Yeah.
what makes it creepy.
I like it.
I guess is my thing.
I've always wanted to make a haunted house with I like Insane Asylum. Is a fun because you do a lot of like atmospheric, like screaming in the background, a lot of banging on chains and the metal walls. Everything metal. Everything's gonna make a creepy sound when it's
Yeah.
dark. The creaking. It's terrible. Um, and then I loved in Outlast. I thought it'd be so cool to do in real life. Um, the camcorder where that's your light and you have to use the night vision to see. Love that idea because
Yeah.
everything else is blackness. You have the little tiny green screen. That's the only thing that you have to see. I didn't. I tried figuring out how you could do the batteries, but then it kind of becomes like a real life game, which
Yeah.
is still kind of fun because you're still in like a haunted area. But like, and then how would the monsters see? Would they need to be
Yeah.
wearing night vision goggles or something? I don't know how, because that wouldn't look right probably.
Yeah.
So that was kind of hard too.
I
But then
mean, I
again, I
guess
was
you
like
could always
16.
give them a camera, and then when they see the person coming up, then they just like close it real quick
They
and
like
just
they get like really good. You know how like blind people get really good at knowing like their setup in their house. It could be like a thing like you give everyone a section, and you're like, this is your corner in hallway bit. You get this bit, and they know what's in that for them. And then yeah, someone like on a walkie, hey, group is coming up to your hallway in about 5 seconds, and then they like can jump out and they like know what
yeah.
they're because then by the time you jump out, you could probably see the people holding the camera. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I was 16 when I was writing that idea or whenever Outlast came out. I don't remember, but uh, so cool. But yeah, I think atmosphere is always good, and yeah, when you do too much, when it's like I don't really get scared when I go walk into like a kitchen and I see like a mad person like like pulling out like rubber intestines, and they're like, oh, and you're like, okay, oh my intestines, oh, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, but like when you see someone like in an electric chair getting electrocuted, and then they stand up and chase you. That
Yeah.
shit's scary. You need it's like the shock.
Yeah.
Like uh yeah, smoke is always a good one too. Because anytime you can obscure vision, always gonna make it scary. I just watched the new Salem's Lot that just dropped yesterday or a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Uh, it's okay. I liked it.
It's okay.
It was scary when it needed to be scary.
Nice.
When it needs to be scary, it was pretty scary, and they use a lot of fog in that. And I wanted to wait till it was dark to watch it, and I was watching it outside. Ooh, I was getting pretty spooked. The actual like chemistry between actors and the pacing of the movie, uh, I mean, I wasn't really into that.
Yeah.
Because I know at one point, and this feels bad because the movie I'll have to rewatch it, and I will, to like really analyze it. But at one point, I don't know, maybe half an hour in, I just kind of like in my head, I was like, I guess the time that we're living in now, even the bad movies will look good when they're shot because the
Yeah.
cameras are so nice. But
Yeah.
I had that thought, and I was like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have. Because then I'm like, whole time I'm like, I think this might. Every so often, I was like, is this a bad movie? Is this like a like is this a Mystery Science Theater 3000 bad movie where like they'll make fun of this movie? You know what I mean? Like, well, people will like, I don't know, but it was. I really liked the way Barlow looked. There was it was a little bit too CGI heavy, but it looked cool. But I kind of wish it would have been more like prosthetics and makeup. But definitely, like for what they were going for with Barlow, you needed the CGI, I think. But I don't know. I liked it still. I love Salem's Lot. The book is awesome. It's so scary. Barlow is one of the greatest Stephen King monsters. Uh, but I don't know. I'm
I don't
still
know.
watching.
I've never read the book. I haven't seen the original,
So,
so
oh
I might
man,
have to check out the new one then.
I haven't seen the original in a long time. I should have rewatched it before watching this new one. But there's two. There's two. There's a Salem's Lot and there's a Return to Salem's Lot. I think back in the 70s or 80s.
Oh.
Um, those were pretty good. I think there's a TV movie too. I can't remember. But the book is super scary. The book's awesome. And
Hmm.
I do like in the movie because it's all about like they have like crosses and stuff. I liked the way the crosses like when they it's kind of like Sting in Lord of the, I keep bringing it back to Lord of the Rings when the Sting glows when
Yeah.
orcs are near. when they got the cross, it would like glow like a golden light whenever they would touch like the vampires were close. I liked that. Like
Yeah.
the cross was almost like their flashlight because he's going through like he gets the vampire, like repels him out of the room, and the vampire goes like into the dark hallway of the house, and then the guy's like walking through the house, and he's just like, and like just the light from the cross is like lighting his house. Super scary. I liked it. I don't know. Parts of it were scary. Parts of it weren't. Who cares? It's I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, I was talking shit on people who like get tripped up on their shoelaces all the time because like it's honestly it hasn't been a problem for me since like maybe early high school days.
Yeah.
I could keep my shoes untied, just them dragging along the street, and I don't think I'll ever step uh on like my shoelace. And then I almost tripped getting out of my bathroom because I because I stepped on my
Dude,
shoelace.
one of my biggest fears in the world is slipping and tripping in the bathroom and dying.
That would
Big
be a
fear.
bad way to go.
Big fear. That would suck.
Yeah.
Just any chance of me being found naked? Not gonna. Nope. Not good. Not a good look. Because you just don't want not even like an insecurity thing. You just don't want that. You don't want anyone
Yeah.
to like come in and you're just because then
Yeah.
you gotta shit right because you
Yeah.
died and you're gonna be cold. This is a bad scene,
Yeah.
man. It's a bad scene.
Have you seen any of Ralph? I think his name's Ralph Barbosa. His stand up.
I don't know. I don't think
He's
so.
got a funny bit where he's just like he's talking about just like driving, but he's like, "Oh man, but I can't get in an accident, man, because like if I get in a car accident and die, oh my car's dirty, man. I don't want them to find it." And he's just like, I mean, because like all they're going to do is just be like, "Oh man, look at this guy. Look at all these soda bottles he has in here, and like all the food wrappers." And not a condom box to inside. So I mean, this guy was a dehydrated, uh, hungry virgin for sure. And he's just like,
Damn.
so I just now I always have a box of condoms in there,
Yeah.
just in case. So
Just
I
in
always
case.
I always like take a few out and just rip them up. So I throw the packages somewhere in there. Maybe I'll have one just laying in there somewhere. So that way, if they find me dead and they look in my car and it's just like, oh man, look at that. Oh, is that magnet? All
That's
right,
why.
this guy was all right. This
That's
guy
why.
was all
Yeah.
right.
That's why I keep a condom in my wallet at all times, just in case I get mugged. The guy will think I'm cool.
Yeah,
Whoever mugged me will be like, "Nice."
yeah,
Not cause a woman might want me to use it on her.
yeah. But look up his special on Netflix because it's hilarious. I watched it like a couple months again after because it's been
I
out for
will.
like a year now. But
I will do that.
he's funny. He's just got this like very calm demeanor, but he tells stories so funny.
What was it, Barbosa?
I think so.
Mason, do you have anything else that you want to talk about? We've been yabbing for a while. I feel like anything you got going on. If not, give us your socials.
10th floor. Uh, Instagram and Threads, Mason Greenwell 52 on there, and TikTok M Green Wee. That is M Green Wee on TikTok.
Tiki tiki.
Take it a seek. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Van Windsor. Check me out. I pick up trash every week on my road. I don't always post about it, but it's supposed to be getting colder. But you know that climate change. Thanks, Grandma. Uh, it's who knows how much trash there will be in the coming months. If I see it, I'll pick it up. I'll just say that for the most part, like I've been doing. If you want to follow the show, I feel like my nose just got stuffed up. Again,
Yeah.
it might sound different. Sorry, don't worry, I'll cut that out. But I just my voice sounds different in my head because of my nose. Anyway,
Right.
if you want to follow the show on Instagram at MBR Pod, send us a message. We post about the show. Postings, any announcements, updates are all going to be on Instagram. Also Facebook, Mellow Brick Road. Follow us on there. Send us messages. Let us know what were we asking earlier? The Shining, like it or hate it, or what was another one we had?
I don't know. Maybe like a movie scene that was cut that you thought should have
Oh
been
yeah, that
added to the.
too. What's your favorite and least favorite thing about haunted houses? That
Yeah.
too. We got all kinds of questions. Answer our questions. Put them in the comments.
All right.
Go to the comments. Send us an email, mellowbrickroad.podcast@gmail.com.
We said it enough.
And also, tell us your favorite tongue twister if we didn't say it. If we didn't say it on here,
Yeah.
you have your own. Especially if it's like an original tongue twister, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would be interested to hear.
The Human Torch was
and we'll-
denied a bank loan.
The Chinese Chihuahua chewed through the chocolate chairs.
Shoe toy.
The chocolate choo-choo toys.
Yeah.
The train goes choo-choo. The boat goes blah blah. Okay. So follow us on there. Yeah, send us all the answers to all those questions we just gave you. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm not gonna repeat
Maybe because we already
myself,
forgot.
But, the quote today. Let's move on to the quote. Let's get out of here. We got here. So Missouri quote this week comes from our man John Ferris, born
Hey, John Ferris.
1936 in Jeff City, Missouri,
Oh.
our capital. Here it's pretty nice there. I know it's not.
I hear it's not.
I hear the capital though. The building is pretty cool though. I hear it's kind of other states say it's boring, but I hear it's actually very magical in there. Never been. I don't think I've ever been in there, but I hear it's cool. So maybe I'll check it out. Jeff City. Let me know. So he was a novelist and screenwriter. He had a lot of his a few books adapted to screen. His most popular book is called The Fury. And I don't know if that's.
I did watch that movie.
See, I don't know if it's that movie though. I also thought that.
It's not about the World War II tank.
No, see, I think it's a scary book. I think he writes like scary books and stuff like that. I was looking for spooky. The Fury is a thriller/horror novel, published in 1976. Okay, and it became a movie starring Kirk Douglas and Amy Irving. I'm gonna have to check this out. I never heard of this movie.
Anyway, what was the quote?
So the quote that I have is, so yeah, he wrote a lot of scary books. Look him up, John Ferris. Super cool. 88. Wish him a happy birthday. It's already past his birthday. Anyway, his quote is, cell phones are to adults what toy rattles are to infants.
True.
Mellow manifestations, everybody.
Stay safe out there, guys.
What if I do this, England? What do I do this way? Right, oi, England! If you don't like that, send me a message. Put me on one of your panel shows. I'll meet fucking Stephen Fry. Or
I want to meet Richard Iwate.
Oh, I would love to meet Richard Iwate. Oh my god. Or Noel Fielding. I want to give Noel Fielding a big hug. Oh god, that would make my life complete. Or
actually, the one person I wanted to meet is dead now, and I can never meet him. That's very upsetting.
I want to meet David Mitchell.
Yeah, David Mitchell would be hilarious too.
Sean Locke.
Sean Locke, yes.
Sorry, I said it before you, but
no, you're fine. I knew. As soon as I saw his face, I got his first name. I couldn't think of his last name.
I know. Can you imagine?
He would have been hilarious. That guy was funny.